In this video, I will be talking about joining method of collectors class with three different examples. I have written the blog on my website justamonet.com and I will link this particular article in the show notes. Joining method accepts the strings from the stream and concatenates all the strings and returns one string. And it is an overloaded method, which means that there are three flavors of same method with different parameters. First joining method doesn't accept any form of parameters. The second joining methods accept delimiter, and the third joining method accepts delimiter, prefix and suffix. Let us start looking at the first method. At public static collector CharSequence wildcard string joining. What this method does is joining method is used to concatenate all the objects in stream and return string. And below is the code how it works. Let's say that we are given list of transactions and we want to get names of all the items that we have bought. This is how we can use the joining method. Stream transactions.stream dot map get the invoice, flat map all the items, get all the item names, and distinct, which is get me the distinct item names, and collect using collectors.joining. And when you print these items, you get this thing: PS4, shirt, candy, and toy. These are the four items. Now if you see this, the code is really succinct, right? For joining, you don't have to do much work over here. But let's say, for example, that without stream and without collectors.joining, how would the code look like? So here is the method that does the same thing. List of transactions, get the data set, and you have to get the distinct item names. First you have to iterate through all the transaction, get all the get invoice of the transaction, and iterate to all the item names. You have to add them into item names in set, so you will get all the distinct item names, and you will append it to string builder or string buffer, and then you will print it out. This code is really long as compared to the stream and collectors code. Let us take a look at second flavor of this method, where we can give the delimiter. In the first method, when we got output something like this, like PS4, shirt, candy, toy, it doesn't mean anything. If you put comma after each item, like PS4, comma, shirt, comma, candy, comma, toy, then the output will look better, something like this. Yes, it will look better. Ignore the dot from here, that was just to end the statement. So this is how the code would look like. Same code, dot stream dot map dot flat map dot distinct and collect. Now look at the method over here, collectors.joining, and I've put comma and space. Now your output becomes PS4 comma space shirt comma space candy comma space toy. This looks good, right? Now again, how can we implement the same thing without collectors and without stream? Look at this big code, and here is how we can add the delimiter into string builder. If the iterator, we get all the names first, and if the iterator has next, then we get the first name, that is PS4. And if there is anything else exists in iterator, then we put the delimiter and then we put the item name. That's it, and then we print it. This was how we can do it before Java 8, and this is how we can do it in Java 8, collectors.joining. The third and the last flavor of joining method is where we can accept delimiter in addition to prefix as well as suffix. This means that if you want to add some prefix and suffix to your output, then you can do that also. Now this prefix and suffix will not be added for each and every element. It will be added to the last string which will be returned to us. Let us take a look at this. Delimiter is comma, there is comma over here, and curly braces open and curly braces close. It is applied to the output itself, so only one time it will be applied. Collectors.joining will just return all the elements in encounter order. It doesn't care about the order. So if you need order, then you can sort the string using the sorted method. But if you don't care about the order, then this works just fine. And this is the same how you can implement collectors using delimiter, prefix and suffix using your own code. You just have to add the prefix. This code remains the same using the previous method, where we just add the first element, then add the delimiter and other elements, and then we add the suffix. These two lines were essentially added in this code, and this is how we can get the output. That is all on collectors.joining. Three different methods of joining. First joining method does not accept any parameter. Let me just show you the method. First joining method doesn't accept any parameter. Second joining method accepts delimiter as parameter, which will separate two different elements. Whereas the third method, delimiter, prefix and suffix, delimiter will go between two strings, prefix will go before the string, and suffix will go after the output string. That is it on collectors.joining. Thank you.